The magnificent Saranda forest, which was the private hunting reserve of the erstwhile Singhdev family of Saraikela, is surrounded with hills, sakua, elephants, and burning forests. Several folklores are associated with the place, which is in the heart of tribal state Jharkhand. Through roadways, the Saranda forest can be reached by traveling 135 kilometers from capital Ranchi. Passing through the canopy of sakua and village covered with dust and truck on road, we enter the world of oats, forest and mining townships. Saranda, which means the land of 700 hills, is a homeland to the species like mahua, palash, and the largest reserve of Saal in the world. The inhabitants of the Saranda forest are generally the Ho tribes, who constitute the fourth largest tribal group in the state. They earn their livelihood through collecting forest products like mahua and sticks made for datun. Forests are an integral part of their life, along with animals whose products they use in different activities in their everyday life. The houses are also made of forest products. The day in Saranda comes to an end after the sun sets slowly behind the hills, and it goes to another world, spreading light across the sky. The women collecting woods from the forest goes back to their houses to prepare meal for the loved ones under the holy fire in earthen pots. Saranda is a storehouse of nearly 25% of the total mineral resource deposits of the country. Its vast deposit of iron ore, with several mines owned by big names like Saal, Tata Steel, and Jindal, generates a revenue of approximately 6,000 crore annually. The mining activities include blasting in the open area, and collected raw materials are loaded in trucks and are transported to the crushing plant. In the crushing plant, the raw material are dumped and the ores directly goes into the crusher. The processed raw material are transported through the conveyor belt to the trains where they are finally sent for further processing in the steel plants. The Meghaltuburu iron ore mines, which is one of the mining villages owned by Saal, attempts to provide quality life to its residents through providing residential quarters with amenities with the civic administration within the township. The company also owns beautiful gardens which have a storehouse of beautiful species of flowers as well as fauna are reared very beautifully with green lawns for the visitors. The Meghalaya Guest House is a place from where visitors can take a sight of the setting sun behind the hills of Saranda. Every day, a decent number of population come to visit the place. The local haat, which happens twice a week, is a place where villagers from nearby places comes to the town and buy goods of their need. The visitors fill their tummy with hadia, which is an integral part of their life. The red ant, the dry fish, and other forest products are few of the food items one can get in the haat. After buying goods of their need, the people return back to their villages through company provided buses. The company claims that it spent around 2% of its revenue on the CSR activities for the welfare of the society. The model steel village at Baraiburu and Pacheri Norisa, a hostel which adopts children from local villages, and an archery academy producing several international players on row. A research scholar from Ranchi who traveled to Saranda shared his experience with us on his visit to the place.
In Manoharpur, I visited in Chiraya, which is presumed to be the largest iron ore deposit in the country, which is the limestone. Chiraya, Dubil, and Soda, three villages in Manoharpur. Out of my experience, I could say that Chiraya, I could observe that there are mining activities going on, and the livelihood of people is based primarily on mining, that I observed, because there's not much of agricultural land there. The village was Dubil, which was apart from, this was the farthest village which I visited in Manoharpur, which was separated by Koina, the river called Koina. And unfortunately, I could not go by any bridge. I had to cross the river and then go to that village. So out of my interaction, I observed that not much of national activity has happened in the village, because the paramilitary forces and police forces are close by. So in that regard, they were living in a peaceful state. But there was always fear that something would happen.
Despite of several claims and reports on paper which shows crores of money spent on social welfare activities in Saranda, like Saranda Action Plan worth 200 crore, the region is still facing several issues.
And mining started by removing the topsoil. You can see the first layer is the topsoil, which gives the cover for the 700 hills in terms of Saal forest. So first, when the mining happened, the cultivate the land which was the most cultivatable land got denuded. The forest got cleared, and then mining happened. It led to dismantlement of villages. So these villages who were before dependent on forest use are now dependent on mining, and their livelihood source is mining activities. They turn from cultivators to wage laborers. So their life has drastically changed.
The ongoing Maoist movement in the Naxalite affected area of Saranda is led by the people who claims that they are fighting for the lands to be returned and the exploitation of Saranda forest. But they never demanded proper dialogue and preferred to spread bloodshed among the people.
यहाँ का जिंदगी तकलीफ है या फिर
तकलीफ है पानी
पानी का सबसे बड़ा तकलीफ पानी। और खेती बाड़ी से कुछ होता है?
खेती बाड़ी तो बरसात।
अच्छा, तो बरसात में जो खेती बाड़ी करते हैं वो पूरा साल भर काम आता है, जो भी धान उपज होता है?
नहीं, 6 महीना।
6 महीना आता है, फिर बाकी जो राशन मिलता है उसी से
काम करके खरीद के।
अच्छा,
यहाँ खुले स्कूल, 12 खड़ी की जगह, 12 तरीकों की गुरिल्ला युद्ध सिखाते हैं। बाजार भी बहुत बड़ा हो गया है, मगर कोई अपना सगा दिखाई नहीं देता। यहाँ से सबका रुख शहर की ओर कर दिया गया है। कल एक पहाड़ को ट्रक पर जाते हुए देखा, उससे पहले नदी गई। अब खबर फैल रही है कि मेरा गांव भी यहाँ से जाने वाला है। शहर में मेरे लोग तुमसे मिले तो उनका ख्याल ज़रूर रखना। यहाँ से जाते हुए उनकी आंखों में मैंने नमी देखी थी। और हाँ, उन्हें शहर का रीति रिवाज भी तो नहीं आता। मेरे दोस्त, उनसे यहीं मिलने की शपथ लेते हुए अब मैं तुमसे विदा लेता हूँ।